Hey everybody, welcome to Tifffinity TV. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching. Please go ahead and smash that like button and most definitely hit the subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to be sure that you catch all the latest uploads and show recaps. So let's get right into it. Who is excited for the Proud Family Louder and Prouder? 2 episodes will air on Disney Plus starting February 23rd. And I am super excited to bring you members of the cast to talk to you about why this show is getting such hype. You guys, I am so excited to see this show again. You guys have no idea. And so without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm Keke Palmer and I am so happy, excited, thrilled to be here moderating the Proud Family Reunion panel.
Welcome to the Proud Family.
I mean, I grew up on the show. I love the show. I mean, it was a part of my childhood. And one of my favorite things I have to say has always been that theme song. I know every single word, whenever it comes on.
The Proud Family. What? You and me will always be tied. Family every single day and night. Even when you start to acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do.
Make you want to hug them.
We have, of course, Bruce Smith, the creator and executive producer. We have Ralph Farquhar, the executive producer. Tommy Davidson, you know, as Oscar Proud.
Today!
Paula Jai Parker as Trudy.
Today!
Marie Payton as Suga Mama, and Cedric the Entertainer as Uncle Bobby. But of course, Kyla Pratt as Penny Proud. My girl.
Penny Proud.
Miss Penny.
That's our baby right there. Baby.
I got my mask hanging because I'm at the airport doing this little reunion and I'm not playing with these people. So if y'all see me rent, that means somebody came close. I'm social distancing right now, but just in case. That's just a little.
But baby girl, listen, I know you may have to leave us early, so I just need you to do me one favor.
Oh.
Give your sugar mama some sugar.
Don't you do that with that mask on.
And I gotta ask you, Bruce and Ralph, because you know, just like I said at the top, this show has imprinted so many people's childhoods. I mean, so many cultural moments and teachable moments. Did you guys expect when you first started doing the Proud Family that it would have, you know, reach for these many generations?
Initially, when I sat back and just started to come up with the concept, I was just trying to fill a void. Like at the time where I created it was around the time where you had all these animated sitcoms kind of premiering. You know, you had The Simpsons was always deep in their run. You had King of the Hill. You had bits and pieces of Seth MacFarlane stuff, and there was just nothing for us. There was just nothing that really represented, you know, the family that I knew, that I grew up with, that really sort of did a deep dive into Black culture. And so that's kind of where it started. And then when I showed it to Ralph, that was where it really kicked in, because Ralph is one of the blackest writers that I knew. and Ralph got it immediately. I mean, listen, I knew that it needed to have the flavor of stuff that Ralph had done, Moesha, the Parkers. I mean, that was the lane and that was the audience that it had to speak to. So when I showed Ralph all the pieces that I assembled, he knew exactly where to take it. And that's where the true birth of it all really started to happen.
I had no idea what animation could do or mean to people.
Yes.
So it's interesting. In all the shows I've done in the live action world, this show has resonated more than any of them. And it's kind of weird because it's animation. Yet people seem to identify with the characters, with the situations in a very basic way. Oddly enough, there's more humanity in the Proud Family than a lot of live action stuff.
Yes.
I've personally been involved with. And that's the surprising thing. And so being here 20 years later with it resonating, I'm not surprised about that because we knew it was resonating back when we first did it. So this is just where we're supposed to be. So I'm glad to be back.
For you guys, the cast, and whoever wants to answer, what does it mean for y'all, you know, for these characters to have resonated with people like that?
I think it means more to me right now than it ever did, mainly for the reason that we're going through what we're going through now with the coronavirus and all of the other stuff, and people saying that, people my age and the people don't care about people. People care about people and love people my age. I think it's why Suga Mama was so popular, because she wasn't old. She was ageless. And people like the fact that she jumped, she sang, she danced, she did all these different things, and she communicated very well with her family. She loved them very much. I enjoy this character more than any character I've ever done, because it allows me to have that freedom to be any age I want to. She can be like a child, then she can be sincere like the grandmother. She can do all these different things. And so it gives me those levels and those colors. I love doing Suga Mama. Love it. The Proud family actually was Bruce's family. Suga Mama is his mama. He had 2 kids, and this is the Proud family is his family. When I first met him, he told me about that.
But the thing is that I think the family represents a universal family. Certainly you base everything from the personal aspect of it all, but it's spun out into all areas of everybody else's family. That's what's the fun of it. It was so Black that people weren't identifying with certain things. It was just strange for a lot of folks. They weren't understanding the dynamic between Oscar and his mom. And then they didn't understand Suga Mama. Like, they thought she was, what was the note? She was a bit frumpy or something like that.
They thought she was mean.
They thought she was mean.
Hold up, Pops. I'm not your son.
Hush up, boy. At least somebody wants to call you son.
But that was the thing. It was like, it was about the dynamic of a Black family.
You still should have kicked that girl's behind. Which reminds me, I got wrestling tickets. Where's Puff?
I think for me, I'm so excited for this to even be brought back up. First of all, because for years, you have so many people who love it, who've been asking for years, who've been banging on me every time I see them, like, when y'all gonna do it again?
Right.
But for me, I started this when I was 14 years old. And to grow up and to actually be a part of something that was teaching, me and my folks about things that, we always didn't really know about, like Kwanzaa episodes, and we had segregation episodes. And I think playing this character actually helped me. It just molded me as a person as well. Be Penny to speak out and say how she felt about things and stand up for herself.
Don't try to play me. How could you do this to me? Start a rumor like that. I didn't start it. I just reported it. I thought you'd be happy. Everybody knows your name now. I'd be happier if you would have checked your facts.
And I love running into people and they're like, that show really helped me growing up. Because at the time, I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm like, oh, I get to go have fun and yell in a room with people that I like. Like, this is cool. But realizing how much of an impact that it had on so many people around me, especially, people of different ethnicities, and how it helped them learn and become stronger in who they are and their culture is just something amazing to be a part of. And I'm so happy that it's back, because now my babies get to grow up, so I'm ecstatic in every way possible.
Oh my gosh, I love that. It's so funny, Kyla, because I've seen you in everything. I mean, I'm a huge fan of your work, from one-on-one to Love and Basketball to when you did Ralph's other shows, the Parker, all that stuff. And Penny Proud is, I have to say, one of my favorite characters I've seen you play. What would you say is one of your most memorable moments from shooting the show?
My most memorable, well, first of all, thank you.
Yeah.
I've gotten amazing love from you. Your energy has always been everything, and I appreciate that. You know how we deal with different people in this industry, so just show you your love and your props and your everything and everything that you're doing. I want to say maybe my favorite, I think it just helped me love my voice. I didn't really grow up I thought my voice sounded crazy, and when I would hear my voice back, I'd be like, what is this? And there was even a point during the show where I had told Bruce, I was like, I was nervous at one point because I was like, they're not going to like, what is this? Like, that's what I sound like?
Voice is so charismatic, magnetic, lovable. That's crazy.
It just changed so much throughout the years. And I think it was finally and now I know I'll be in the grocery store and I'm loud. I'm sorry. I don't know how to not be loud. But so I'll be in the grocery store talking and somebody will come from 3 aisles over and be like, Penny Proud, oh my God, what you doing in here? And I'll be like, oh, dang. Okay, my bad. Let me learn how to, I still don't know how to shut up. But I think that's one of my favorite parts about it. And also to work with such an amazing cast of people that I grew up watching, and I got to see these amazing people like Tommy, like Jo Marie, like Paula, like Cedric, like everybody involved, Caramelina White, like I literally, everybody's energy was so amazing. And it's so nice to be around people that you have watched growing up and that you look up to, and their energy is dope. And so you just like, man, I just want these people to keep winning because of the energy that they gave me.
Yes.
Yep.
You, Paula, I've seen you play so many different kind of characters, some so opposite of Trudy. So when you came on board with the show, what was it so important? Of course, I'm thinking in my mind the Friday.
No,
Right, everybody is right.
I
Yep.
wanted Suga Mama. I wanted Jo Marie's part. I kept begging casting director, my heart, my love. I was like, I think, you know, and I had practiced this old lady, and I was gonna be this old lady, and I was just, and she was like, no, and she was like, cut, look, I hooked this up for you. You gonna do this part, and you gonna get it right, and I'm gonna make, and I was like, okay, fine, and you know, because like Kyla, I didn't know that my voice was unique, you know. I figured, you know, I sound like Barry White, you know. I didn't know. So I'm just so thankful that, you know, our casting director, you know, she literally made me, you know, audition for this role. And we paved the way for shows like Doc McStuffins. And even though it was for the babies, we had things like Slap the Black Off of You, and then the black would end up on the wall. We were commentating on society as we saw it. We still love going to, you know, Red Lobster with that scene. It's one of my favorites. Everybody who was making a noise in the industry made their way through our, you know, doors.
Yeah.
And seeing you, Tommy, as Oscar Proud was a different type of dad that we got to see on TV. He was goofy, he was funny. He also was a little bit nerdy at times, but he was proud and he loved his family. What were kind of the things that you were thinking about, nuances you wanted to bring to the character when you first knew you were going to be Oscar?
Well, first of all, Akiva, you done grow up. You still keep it in the beat. Now keep it be fine. It's totally different now. No, so what happened is the character is me. I'm just so lucky because the freedom I have in this animated series is the freedom that they gave me, because they said, what do you think he sounds like? You know, I said, well, I think he goes up and down, and if somebody step on his hand, hey, wait a minute, wait. So what they did was they took all of that energy and they just said, you know what? I want you to just go for it.
Daddy, tell Mama I can go to the concert.
Oh, let the girl go, Trudy. Sorry, Penny, I can't allow you to go to that concert.
Daddy, why?
Because I'm your father, and I said so. And it's either you or me.
I think I'm one of the only characters that don't look at the script because
That's true.
They're gonna move me around
So
so
they
much.
put me with them to calm them down. Yes,
They know I'm gonna move around so much that they just go, as long as you got the gist of it, we want the pure part of you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm lucky because it's Disney. And the reason why I'm lucky is because when I was a Black boy, obviously, you know what I'm saying? And with my life, you know, when I watch Disney, I'm a Disney kid. So wasn't no Black people on Chitty Bang Bang. You know, Mary Poppins, spoon full of sugar.
Thank you.
So to be now in a new Disney dimension, as a kid that I am, and with my kids, that's the wonderful thing about Kyla, she was my kid's age, you know? So with me, I'm actually like raising her. I'm actually raising Kyla, you know, and also the writers in the show.
Excellent.
So, you know, so he can be way up here going, you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, Suga Mama, I need you out of here. Ain't no gorillas allowed, you know. And then I turn around to her and I'll go, listen, honey, one thing you don't gotta do is be like yourself. Don't let anybody else tell you who you are, you know? And so here I am parenting her, and I'm parenting all of the children in the country.
Yes.
You know? And it is just, I am just so lucky because it's just another part of my own arsenal. And this is one of the broadest characters that I play. But what the show does is it brings together all these different dimensions. You know, it brings the stand-up dimension, the movie dimension.
Brilliant.
You know,
Writing.
did I mention the entertainer Cedric? You know what I'm saying?
For years, I didn't know that you were Uncle Bobby Cedric. So how did you design that voice for that character?
You know, the thing is that Ralph and Bruce both, you know, when they showed me the drawings of Bobby, we kind of knew Sugarfoot from the Ohio Players.
Right.
And it was just instant. Like, it was that, you know, put your suitcase down, child.
That's incredible to me.
Yeah. Roller coaster. It's like, everybody knows that kind of eccentric family member that everybody loves. He's a wild card, and yet, you know, you can't wait for him to show up at the family reunion. You know he's gonna be off the chain. You already know it, and so when you show up, you're like, "Where Uncle Bobby?" And it's like that's a great character to play. This show is still very important. The need for this kind of energy, especially in the animated version, for us to see our families like this and our comedy to be loose like that, where again, people can jump off the page and not be judged by, you know, the person you are now, because we live in a Twitter universe where people just take that character and be like, he ain't real. But if you see him in animation, you like, he's very real. We get exactly what everybody represents.
I got to hear from all you guys. What, you know, would be your favorite memories from shooting The Proud Family?
If I tried to think of a great memory, I couldn't pinpoint just one. We got to travel and see the world, you know, through Disney, and it was just an amazing experience. And to be able to now be a mother, I appreciate it so much.
We're gonna have a great time together. You'll see, baby. You liked it the last time you came to work with me.
I was 7 and stupid.
What did you say?
Back then, I didn't have a kid. So it really was like, oh yeah, I'm young. And I keep telling my people, when we first did this, I was a baby. I was your age, Keke. I was, you know, I'm cute. I'm in the streets. Yeah, Kyla, my baby. And it was love because Kyla genuinely was my baby. There was something about she and her mother and Suga Mama that gave me female, you know, representatives.
So what about you, Cedric? What's one of your favorite memories if you got one?
You know, when you get involved with this and you get to be in the booth and you with people you know, y'all laughing. And I mean, like even now in these new recording sessions, but I can remember in the first ones is once you start to have the freedom of the character, and then they'll throw lines and I'll throw a line, and we would be in there laughing so hard that you'd be like, when you see an episode, you'd be like, oh, that one didn't make it when I did the one joint. You'd be like, yeah, we could be. You ran on for 15 minutes. There's no way. You'd be like, oh, okay. But you know, like again, this show does just resonate, and the fact that singing So Dysfunctional was one of those moments where that song is dysfunctional. Way I feel it. Can you feel it? Like I feel it. It just caught on. My son was humming it one day. It resonated with him, and this was something that, you know, I did when he was just a little bitty baby, but now he's watching the show, he's singing it, and it's a part of him. And, you know, and that was just one of my favorite things. And so when we heard it was coming back, it was super exciting. Like, you know, Ralph called me, he was like, we think we're gonna do this again. I was like, you know, he's like, we putting all the cast together. I'm like, let's do it. That's a no-brainer. This the Proud family, man. Come on.
Yes. Now, Tommy, Mr. Oscar Proud, what about you? What were some of your favorite moments?
They just keep happening. You know, I have to say they're running currently. You know, every time I get in the studio with Bruce, the writers, and Ralph, it's a unique experience. Every single one of them. The best thing about the Proud family is that it creates itself. Because the way those sessions are, they're limitless. I think one of the best sessions I had was Smokey Robinson walked in. You know, and they would talk to me when they would have a celebrity. They were nice enough to call me and say, "Man, can you come and read with this person?" I'm like, Smokey Robinson, you're damn right.
Excuse me, is this the Proud St. John wedding?
Smokey Robinson!
Oh, come on. He's not Smokey Robinson. Everybody knows Smokey Robinson's eyes are green, and his eyes are green. Smokey!
You know, just going in there and being able to work with these people. You know, this is a young kid from Washington, D.C. Also, the experiences that happen outside the show. I went up to Harlem Dowling Institute, which is a Black orphanage that's been in Harlem since the late 1800s. And we did a big Proud Family panel up there, you know, and then they showed it as well. Right. And the kids went crazy. Proud Family is just the gift that just keeps on giving. One of the things that I never really see Black fathers get a lot of props is them being good fathers.
Yes.
You know? And so watching my daughters grow up with the Proud Family and how beautiful women that they become, independent, strong, work, spiritual, care, you know, care about society, care about everything. And they grew up with all the ethics and all the morals that were in the Proud Family. I'm experiencing my own life through this series. It's incredible.
Let me give Bruce and Ralph, let me give y'all some props like nobody's business. From the first day that Eileen McKnight, and we have to give up props too, because Eileen,
big shout out to Eileen.
No joke.
Yep.
People always ask me, what's it like to be together when you guys are doing this? And I tell them all the shows we did, we were only together twice. The magic of the chemistry of these characters, you know, that just come like that. And we know it's like, Paula, you just said about your voice and kids. And you say, well, I'm a mother now that got kids. Nobody would have ever believed you didn't have kids the way you relate to
made it easy.
To Penny and all the other kids and all the rest of them. Nobody would ever know because the chemistry was so good, you know. We did so many beautiful things. The brotherhood that you and Bobby had. When Bobby made your car, the car disappeared. And honestly, you were mad with him, but you came back together. The magic behind the characters and the relationships behind them, with us not even seeing each other, it's just magic. I could walk back in sound room at any time and relate to all you guys because you're part of me. I feel you. I feel your energy. I feel your heartbeat. You know what I mean? So I know you. I know what you're going to say. How you feel?
From the comedy to the sentimental moments to the musical moments. Like, that's not awful. Let's not forget about that. Ralph, any show that Ralph you've ever done, you always hit it over the head with music. It's just like, it's too much to handle. So how did y'all figure out how to create, first of all, the theme song, but all the other great musical moments that we had in the show? Even when I think about the Proud Family movie and Omarion and all, I mean, it's just, I could go on for days.
Well, I think the music part, me not being a musical person, I do love it though. I can recognize good music when I hear it. So I was lucky. I'm lucky to have a very talented younger brother who looks older than me right now. But
ask him. Yeah, let's ask him first.
Who did that title song for us? And of course, we were very fortunate to get Solange and Destiny's Child to sing on it. By the way, our backup person was Alicia Keys back then, just so you know.
You know there's no one I love as much as you. Family, a family, proud family.
And the fact that song became what it became is just stunning. Even not too long ago, I was at a concert at the Hollywood Bowl with Solange where she sang it, and the whole crowd started singing along with it. It's kind of amazing. Whether it's Moesha, the Parkers, South Central, that I always try to infuse some music in. Even a little film called Crush Groove I did, which had a bunch of music in. So, but you know, that's one thing Bruce and I share in terms of it being a manifestation of our culture.
Yeah.
I think the thing about Proud Family is it's unapologetically Black.
Yes.
We don't really care about anything else. You know, I mean, in terms of our focus, who we want to reach, we want to reach that 14-year-old girl that Kyla Pratt was when we first started doing that show. That kid you were, Keke, when you were watching the show. We want to reach that parent, you know, that dad, that mom. And the goal was to bring Black families together to watch, to experience something together on TV. And that's why Proud Family is structured the way it is.
Well, let's just get to it, part that we all have been waiting for. You know, Proud Family, this is over 10 years ago or so. Now we're bringing it back. The Proud family, louder and prouder. What does that mean? What can we expect?
Well, we can talk about, let's talk about your character, for one. Yes, so Keke Palmer plays Maya Leibowitz Jenkins, and the new version of Louder and Prouder. Yeah, there she is.
Nice.
Yes,
Maya.
Maya.
See her dance again.
Maya's a girl that's the socially conscious part of the crew that's being added into the mix. So Maya is all about everything it takes to be a young black 14-year-old girl in this world navigating through the Proud family. So certainly her and Penny may bump heads a couple of times, but I think they ultimately become really good friends. All right, Ralph?
Yep, that's about it. You know, Maya is woke.
The whole show's kind of aged up a couple of years, and so now Penny Proud is firmly planted in her teen years. I mean, the characters are growing up. Bobby Proud, we've moved him from the 70s to the 90s. So he's very much into New Jack Swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Y'all still have my girl Penny in her burgundy sweater?
Penny rocking it. Everybody's rocking kind of a new outfit. It's subtle. You got to check it out. Yes. We've got some really fun surprises in the episodes, though.
Hold on, I got the same clothes on.
Yeah, you kind of the same.
Yeah, you know, Oscar's always cheap. So Oscar ain't trying to buy no new clothes for herself. So, you know.
All my life, I've been trying to get a chance to act alongside Kyla, and I finally got it in the animation.
Hey,
I got to tell you, Keke, your voice,
just the beginning, baby.
your voice is amazing. Like when,
do this.
oh, for sure. Like your voice against Penny's voice. When Ralph and I were looking at some reels the other day, just a mathematic, and hearing you guys act against each other, it is truly amazing. Like it is amazingly. It's that's the beauty of animation. You would swear that you guys were in the same room when you guys are going at each other. It's pretty convincing. It's pretty real.
Let's be real with it. It's also the great writing. I don't even know how y'all all think.
I agree.
Y'all look young, but y'all secretly old heads. How do y'all be writing this young stuff for these kids like this?
We got a crew of young black and brown male and female writers that help make this show what it is. Look, the one big thing we haven't talked about, I just want to divert right quick. Proud family, louder and prouder. The big difference is behind the scenes, Bruce and I put together a multicultural team that animation has never seen before in terms of not only the writing staff, not only the music, but we're talking about the artists who are drawing these wonderful, beautiful pictures and designs. I think the thing we're proudest most of, Bruce found two fantastic Black women to serve as two of our three directors, which has just never been done before. And it's something we just felt we had to have that point of view with a show led by Penny Proud as played by Miss Kyla Pratt. We just needed that perspective. And so that's the big thing. And you guys are gonna see some episodes that will just make you go because of the emotion.
Also, the one thing that comes with Ralph and Bruce and all of the writers during the whole course of the show is that all the writers know us too as individuals.
Yes.
You know? Al Roker made everybody disappear. All the kids' parents disappeared. They were gone for a long time, and all of a sudden, here comes Bobby. Bobby comes in the house and goes, "I want my mama back because I want a snack."
But real shout out and just one person, Calvin Brown, has been with me and Bruce since the beginning on this, and so we couldn't do the show without him. And with the other countless writers from the first time around to now, these scripts reflect the voices, the many voices of the Black creatives that are out there. We have a lot of writers who got started on the Proud family. And we've sort of continued that tradition. We've got a really bang up crew. I can't wait for you guys to meet them and steal them and put them on your other projects. So anyway.
This series is a part of an eclectic America, not outside of it. And that's the key to our success, is that we are American.
And it's true. And I mean, that's it. That's what we ending it on. We're ending on that because Proud Family is American. The best part that you want to see. Huge, huge thanks to the NAACP for reuniting us with the Proud Family Reunion panel. This was amazing. Hopefully I see you guys soon because y'all know we'll be recording without each other. But
oh yeah, we can't wait. We can't wait.
And, Kyla, be safe. I know you're getting ready to go on your flight, girl, but you're being safe out here. So
I'm being safe. I'm going back to my baby. So you know I'm not playing with these people.
Happy gracious, sweetheart. Happy gracious. Yeah.
Ready for the time of your life, the Proud Family. Currently available on Disney Plus, and stay tuned for the upcoming revival, The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, only on Disney Plus.
To infinity and beyond.